Hi, my name is Eugene Kwan, and I'm the Program Evaluator for the ACORNS and CITE grant, and this is the instructional video for how to complete your final reports. So the ACORNS final report is a required deliverable for the Phase 2, Year 4. It will be distributed on September 7th, and then the deadline to complete and submit the report is September 28th by the end of the business day. And we please ask you to review that you have all the components required for the final report before submitting. And also, if you do have any questions, please refer to the sample final report provided. So the final report requirements. So there are A through E sections. First A, subcontractor information section must be completed. B, complete the project update section. C and D are separate forms that can be found in the email, and C is the final work plan, and D is outcomes and evaluation. And lastly, E includes copies of all work funded by ACORNS. And we do ask that only ACORNS related material be submitted, just because that has been a problem in the future. A problem in the past. So the subcontractor information section has two new parts, which one is the target population, and that is basically anyone in your area, in your tribe or in your tribal health program area, and that can be involved with the project. And the estimated number of people reached is the people that have been affected or have been involved with the programming for ACORNS. Next is the project update section. This is 8 questions and covers all the following areas: physical activity, nutrition, CCL, tobacco, and breastfeeding. If you do have any questions regarding these, I would refer to the glossary of terms, which is the last page of the final report. Next, we do ask that you, before submitting any emails or calling us, we do ask that you look over the final report sample. There's a sample report that we have completed, and that's just kind of an example of how we would like the answers to be submitted, what kind of formatting, as well as the kind of content that we are looking for. Next, we have our Form C, which is the final work plan. And so using your work plan from the beginning of the year, we would like you to fill out the sections of objective activities, and then from there you can fill out the progress, and then as well the progress updates. So following the instructions under if complete, if in progress, and if incomplete, you can fill out this part of the form. Next, Form D is outcomes and evaluation. And so using, again, the form that you submit at the beginning of the year with your application, you'll be able to fill out step 1. You can either copy paste that or fill it out. And then the next step would be step 2, and that's a new section that we added. And so if you look at the orange, answering the questions that you asked before, and just making sure that you're filling out the rest of the sections that need to be completed. The next section of Form D includes a reached column. So all the green is stuff that you have already submitted, and then the reach section is the number of people that have actually been reached through the program. And so that's corresponding to each outcome. And lastly, part E is copies of ACORNS funded work. So please include anything that was of any copies of work completed during this funding year. And you can do that in the form of photos or pictures of manuals, toolkits, whatever reports, and then pasting that into the final report document is the easiest way for us. And please do not submit photos without captions or descriptions. Please make sure that they're detailed and that they that we can look at them and see what they correspond to. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact myself, Eugene Kwan, or Geneva Sorensen, the program coordinator. Now, if you're not part of CITE, you do not have to watch the rest of this video, but this is for CITE final report instructions. So again, the CITE final report, just like ACORNS, is a required deliverable for the 2017-18 funding cycle. It will be distributed on September 7th, 2018, and the deadline to submit the report is September 28th by the end of the business day. we do ask that you please review the final report requirements before submitting everything, and to utilize the sample final report that is included in the email. So the final report requirements for CITE has only 4 sections, opposed to ACORNS, which has 5. The first is complete the subcontractor information section. B is complete the project update section. And then what the CITE project actually does not have is the work plan component. And then for CITE, we have C, outcomes and evaluation form, which is a separate form included in the email, and D, including copies of work funded only by CITE. And again, we do ask that only CITE-related work be included in the final report. So the first part is the subcontractor information, so make sure to fill out all the information you can, and then the target population, estimated number of people reached, is just the same as ACORNS, but relating to CITE. So the project update, there are 7 multi-part questions asked in the final report, and so if you do have any questions on these, I would encourage you to look at the sample final report for CITE and looking at the kind of answers that we have shaped, so to kind of get an idea of what kind of answers we're looking for. This next section is question 3, estimated counts. So this is a new part of the CITE final reporting, and it may be a little confusing, so we really wanted to just go over it. If you're looking at the instructions, what you want to do first is to look at the processes. And so we have listed on the right hand side in red 1, 2, 3 all the way down to 9. And so these are different processes that we have come up with of different things to promote strategies for commercial tobacco. And so if you look at 1, it says distributed commercial tobacco brochures, and in parentheses it says 33. And this was done in a multimedia format. And then 2 is Facebook tobacco cessation commercial, and then how we tracked that was with the number of likes, and so that was 27. So these are sub counts corresponding to each process, and then from there, once we're done listing all those, we formulate a count, which came up to 60, which is the 33 plus 27. And so you can just go down the list, 1, 2, 3, and then each one you can write as many as you want, but you just need to make sure that you're going in order of 1, 2, 3 numerically. At the end of it, you can also tally up the total number of individuals reached, which is your final count, which is labeled in the yellow section on the very bottom. This section may be confusing, so please make sure to reach out to us if you have any questions, and please refer to the sample document if you do have any further questions as well. And lastly, part D of the CITE final report is any funded work. So please include copies of all work funded during this funding year, and make sure that it's only for this funding year and only for the CITE grant. And lastly, please do not submit any photos without captions or descriptions. We would really like it if all the photos or anything that was included with the final report have a detailed explanation or description, so we know what it corresponds to. And lastly, if you have any questions for the CITE grant, please contact me, Eugene Kwan, the program evaluator, or Monica Martin, who's the program coordinator for CITE.